Okay, what's up everybody? I'm going to be doing video number 2 today. Quarantine day, right? So can't do anything else. So I had some requests to show some 45, some 7-inch singles, and I did the Aerosmith one earlier. Now I'm going to do, actually Aaron, the Metal Theologian, has been doing some new wave of British heavy metal singles. He's showing all these really obscure bands, which is really cool. But I thought I'd grab a couple of my favorite new wave of British heavy metal bands and show what I have from them. So I'm going to start off with Diamond Head, which... they had some great 45s, especially the early stuff. This is the Sweet and Innocent single, Back to the Streets of Gold. This was post any album from them, and this is just fantastic stuff. This is the kind of stuff that really inspired, you know, bands like Metallica, and just great heavy stuff. Still lots of melody, but you know, it's Diamond Head. So this one as well. This is Waited Too Long, backed with let's see here, Play It Loud. And again, this is, I believe this is post-White album, so both those singles are fantastic. The rest of these are good too. I actually like most Diamond Head. I even like stuff people don't like from Diamond Head. So anyhow, this is the In the Heat of the Night single, but this is one of those, let me take it out of here, one of those gatefold sleeves. It's really crappy. As you can see, the sleeve has been split for years, but it's really thin paper, so I've got them in sleeves inside the sleeves to keep that from ripping any further. But what you got in here is In the Heat of the Night, Play It Loud live, Sweet and Innocent, the live single, and then the 14-minute interview on the B-side with the band talking about signing their first major label deal, which I'm assuming, you know, was MCA when they released their first album on a major label. And then the 4 Cuts EP. So you've got Call Me, Trick or Treat, Dead Reckoning, and Shoot Out the Lights. And then finally 2 more. This is from the album. Everybody seems to hate this album. I don't know why. I liked it. I like it now. I liked it when it came out. I remember Metallica made fun of it back in the day too, but whatever. This is Diamond Head. This is Making Music. Backed with... oh, it's an interview. I forgot the interview was on here. And it's got To the Devil His Due. So there's that one. This is actually a promo single promoting the band's appearance at Castle Donington on April 20th of that year, which would have been, what, 1983? And then finally, the last Diamond Head single that I own, this is a picture disc for Kingmaker and Out of Phase. Again, from the album that everybody hates. For whatever reason. It wasn't quite as heavy as, you know, the White Album. It was a little more melodic. It was probably better recorded, less raw, which gave it the less heavy edge, which is probably what people don't like about it, but I don't know. Again, I liked it. So, and then I'm going to go to another favorite band. You might think maybe Iron Maiden, Raven, which is another band I love from that area, Venom. Nope, I'm going to go Saxon. Quite a few Saxon singles. So this is actually a recent repressing of an early single, Princess of the Night, Fire in the Sky. This is a record store day pressing from a few years ago on clear vinyl. But I didn't have the original, so was glad they came out. I do have quite a few originals. So here's Susie Hold On, backed with Judgment Day. So this would have been, what, 1980? This is Wheels of Steel. This is actually a promotional single with Wheels of Steel on both sides. So you got the blue side and the white side, and they're both just Wheels of Steel. 747, Strangers in the Night, backed with See the Light Shining. Again, most of these are UK pressings. You can kind of tell by the small hole, and Career was a UK label as well, as I believe. This one I got a couple different ones on. This might be a... I think it might be both UK pressings or just 2 different pressings. So you got a remix of 20,000 Feet backed with Never Surrender. The remix is okay. I mean, I never saw anything wrong with the original one, but what's cool is this one here. Another one of those kind of gatefold sleeves. So you can kind of see the whole spread of the band here. Hang on a second. So I can get rid of some of that glare. There you go, sort of. Again, this is a... promoting the tour, so you got tour dates on the inside. October 1981 tour. So what do we got on here? Let's see. We've got 20,000 Feet Remix and Never Surrender, which was the original single. And the extra single is Street Fighting Gang and Bops You Up. Bops You Up from the first album, I believe. Which the first album was what, 1979? And that, again, is a UK single. So it's both of them are UK singles, just two different pressings of that same single. Strong Arm of the Law. This might be a German single. Back with Taking Your Chances. Same as the album cover. At least the US pressing of this is on has black in the background. All the European versions seem to be white. This is a Japanese pressing of And the Band's Played On, and the B-side is Hungry Years. Again, still in the early 80s, so this would have been what, 82, 83. From the Power and the Glory, this is Nightmare, backed with Midas Touch. So now I think we're, 83. So still in the early 80s, still in that, magical time of new wave of British heavy metal. Do It All For You, backed with, what was it backed with here? Just Let Me Rock. Just Let Me Rock. Rock. So then we got a different version of Do It All For You. I think that's a German pressing. This is a UK pressing. So this is also got Just Let Me Rock on the B-side, but as you can see, it's totally different. Two different covers completely. And I'm just a crazy collector that does that, collects that kind of crap. So this is a weird promo single. It's got a cut in the corner. This is Sailing to America. Back to a little bit of What You Fancy. I always loved Biff's voice. I think Biff's just got a first of all, he's got a very unique and charismatic voice. And he's also got he's aggressive, but he's clean, and he's melodic. I've always thought he's just one of my favorite singers. He always has been, back since I heard him when I was in high school, and I first heard these guys, back in the 80s. So, Sailing to America. This is Back on the Streets with Live Fast, Die Young. And I believe this is a German pressing. Just a few more here, almost there. So we got Rock and Roll Gypsy, backed with Krakatoa. I can't remember, this one might have been like a... I'm almost positive I had this one as a 12-inch single as well. Yeah, this one is kind of a... Here's the kind of a poster, band live. I remember when I was back when I was in high school in the 80s, and I'd get these really cool bootlegs of Saxon live. I just remember the crowds being so loud and so outrageous. It was just like nothing I had ever heard before. These unbelievably loud crowds. Everybody singing along to every song, and just it was pretty incredible. It was one of the things that actually attracted me to Saxon back in 1982, 83 when I first discovered them when I was in high school. So let's see, 3 more singles. So we got Northern Lady, backed with Everybody Up live in Madrid. Waiting for the Night, backed with Chase the Fade. This one too has tour dates on the back, so I'm sure this was promoting the band's tour. This would have been 1986. And the final single in my collection from Saxon, this is Rock the Nations, backed with 747 Strangers in the Night. And again, this is probably 86, so yeah, 86. So there you go. That's my new wave of British heavy metal 7-inch vinyl video. So I'll do some more. I've got other bands too. I just thought I'd just do those 2. That's it. Appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Stay strong.